Hi, me again. And I don't often talk about technology on this channel, do I? Because it's not really something we're all interested in, and there's plenty of other channels doing that. But I wanted to talk about this because I read this story in The Sun and stumbled across this, and I thought, do you know what? That's blooming brilliant. That's my next phone. Because my phone's on its way out. I've got this iPhone, right? And the batteries don't last very long. It's not worth it's the ag of changing them, and they're a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I want a phone. I miss the old days when you could pop the battery out of your phone and put a new one in. I used to carry 2 or 3 batteries back in the day when I was busy as a salesman and that. You can't do that anymore. But I saw this. Have a look at this phone, right? This is the new Nokia G22, which, hey, how exciting, right? I hear you. I hear you cry. But stick with me, look. So the Nokia G22 is going to be about £149.99 when it goes on sale. And again, you're still so excited, I can tell, right? But this is going to be my next phone. As soon as these come out, I'm buying one of these phones. Look, it's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So it can last up to 3. It never will. It's never going to last up to 3 days. But why am I talking about a phone? Well, it's built the way phones should be built. I quite fancied this thing called a Fairphone, right? Which lets you change the screen and the battery yourself. But the phone itself is fortunes. You might as well just buy a blooming iPhone. 149 quid, right? And this phone is made to be repaired by numpties like me at home. Genius. Genius. Right? Because what goes on your phone? The screen or the battery? And you've got to buy a new phone. E-waste, they cost £1,000 a time anyway, which is stupid. 149 quid. You can buy a screen. I think the screen says here, where is it? Nokia claims you can swap out the battery with just a SIM ejection tool, a guitar pick and a small screwdriver in under 5 minutes. And this was demonstrated by a Nokia rep who did it in 4 minutes 20. It looks really simple with no glue sticking components down, blah, blah, blah. It's not just the battery either. You can also replace the display and a USB-C charging port with very little effort. The replacement parts are cheap too, with a battery for $22.99, charging port for $18.99 and the screen for $44.99. Now, it's not the speckiest phone in the world. It's not going to play all the latest games and everything. What do I care about that? I'm a 42-year-old man. I just want a phone that works and isn't going to bend me over every time it needs a battery or a screen put on it. This is going to be my next phone. And I want this to go big. It's a cheap phone anyway, which doesn't really mean it's going to go big. But I really hope it does. I really hope it gets big so that other manufacturers catch on. I don't understand why phones stopped having removable batteries. I've still got my old LG phone down here from years ago. It's too old to use nowadays. But it's as slim as, well, it's slimmer than my iPhone actually. And you can pop the back off. Hang on. Yeah, that is slimmer than an iPhone, right? And look at this. It's a big smartphone. And look, you press one button, the back comes off, and you can change the battery. When did phones stop doing this? Why did phones stop doing this? It makes no sense to me at all. The battery is the thing that's going to go most of all. Why did they stop doing it? So you buy more phones, isn't it? And also because you can't turn, if you turn this off, it still says that tracking is available. So even if I turn this off and I leave it in a cab or something, I can still track it on the Find My app on my computer or my iPad, or whatever. So the fact that it doesn't have a removable battery means that Apple knows where you are 24 hours a day, even if you've turned it off. Is that why they stopped putting removable batteries in phones? I don't know. I don't go in for all that, as you know, on this channel. But yeah, I'm going to buy this phone, and I encourage everybody to as well to support it, because then I don't earn nothing out. There's not going to be any links or anything. But it might just push other manufacturers to start blimmin' doing it. Because phone repairs are crazy. Apple phones, right? I don't want to go on a bit of a rant here, but I can't go to a normal shop and have a screen put on this anymore. I used to be able to on the old iPhones. You could go and have a cheap screen for 40 quid put on it, which I did a couple of times. But now the screens need to be coded to the phone, or they just don't work properly. Same with the batteries. The battery needs to be coded to the phone. What a world we live in. So I'm all for it, Nokia. And I am going to dump that iPhone and buy that as soon as that comes out. 149 quid. Yeah, I didn't mean that to be a bit of a rant, but I'm just done with technology. I work in IT a little bit, and I had my MacBook Pro there developed a keyboard fault. And it had to go back all the way to Apple, and they sent it to the Czech Republic to get it repaired. And when it came back, the list of stuff they had to change, because it's all stuck together. So I had to have a new motherboard, right? New RAM, new hard drive. The only thing that came back the same was the original screen. What was the point? Just give me the new laptop then. Make stuff that's repairable. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. So I'm going to buy that. I'm looking forward to getting it because, yeah, I'm done spending over £1,000 on a phone with Apple to last 2 years. Done with it. What about you? Let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. I wish this thing still got updates. I mean, I put Lineage on it, which is a type of Android, and because I wanted to de-Google it, I use this as my de-Googled phone. But yeah, I don't know. It's just got a bit slow. It's a bit old. It's an old LG. I wish it still worked, because yeah, I don't know. I just want a phone with a removable battery and it's cheap to fix. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ta-da.